everybody, welcome to today's workout, which is called EYE Moody. But we got to get warm first. So we've got Gunnar here. He's gonna warm up with everybody. So you follow him. I'm just a floating head over here. We're gonna start off with some jumping jacks on my counts. Ready? Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. All right, next up, a little bit of mobility here. Gunnar's gonna take the bottom of a squat. He's gonna brace the elbows on the inside of the knees, and then with one arm, lead with the elbow, like he's snatching, and then reach towards the ceiling, looking up, trying to twist the chest up towards the ceiling as much as possible. I'll demo that right here from a different angle. And then we'll put that down. We're going to switch sides. There's 2. And you can join in at home or wherever you are. Switch. 3. Switch. Switch. This is 5. We're going to 20. Switch. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. When you're doing this, you should feel the upper back really engage, as well as the chest opening up. I forgot what number we're on. 11, 12, 13, 14. I try to think of reaching my fingernails back as much as I can. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. And go ahead and stand up. The hips and the knees and the ankles should have got some play there. Now you'll just stretch out with Gunnar here. We'll start off with the ankle pull, grabbing the middle of your foot, pulling that heel up towards the belly button as best you can, feeling a stretch somewhere in the glute, maybe in the outside of the knee, and go ahead and just slowly alternate sides, like you're marching forward. We're just gonna keep moving in place for a little bit, but hold the stretch as long as you need to. We're just trying not to do a long stretch. So we're just adding movement in between, making it a little more dynamic so that you draw blood to the areas that are going to need some help later on today. Another 10 seconds before we switch our stretch. So you can see he's standing upright, really drawing that heel up, that knee out. Trying to show balance as well. We'll turn that into a quad pull. So foot goes behind you, you grab onto the top. And also try to draw the knee back as best you can, lifting the chest up before switching sides. And you'll just keep moving back and forth. Hopefully your quads aren't that tight. Otherwise, you can feel this one a lot. This could be pretty sensitive here, especially if you have funky knees. But take it a little easier if you need to. And if balance is an issue, find an upright of some sort so that you can get some balance. All right, we'll go hamstring stretch. So lock the leg out in front of you, reach for the toes with 2 hands. Gunnar makes that look pretty easy. You can see his back is rounded. That's what we want. If it's too difficult for you, you just go down your leg as much as you can before you switch sides. And this is obviously to stretch the calves, the back of the knee, the hamstrings, the glutes, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, all of the back side of the body here. You can also make it a little more dynamic if you were to bounce your torso a little bit, if you prefer to go that way. right, and then we're going to engage the hip flexors here for a standing Frankenwalk. So Gunner's going to put his arms out. He's just going to kick the opposite hand before switching sides. We'll go another 15 seconds or so, and then we're going to move on to our skills for the day. All right, and relax. Good job, everybody. We're going to start off with 2 tabatas today for our workout. So the tabata is an interval where you are working for 20 seconds, you rest for 10 seconds, you repeat that 8 times per exercise. So we're going to do that for 2 exercises today. That means 16 intervals, straight one after another. So we're going to start off with the sumo squat. If Gunner faces the camera, he's in a shoulder width stance right now, but we want him to go a little wider than normal. And the wider you go, it is more comfortable to turn your toes out. So if you naturally did that, so be it. But the squat standards remain the same. Feet flat, hips back, chest up. So Gunner's going to go ahead and try 1 or 2. Trying to get as deep as possible each and every rep, but only as deep as you can keep the feet flat and the back flat. And go ahead and face me for another 1 or 2. And you can see that position. This is going to demand a lot from the hips, from the stretching more than the exercise. I know you're used to air squatting. We want you to challenge yourself with a stance here. Cool. Next up, the second exercise is a high-low plank. Gunner's going to hit a plank on the hands, straight arms. We have a line running from the ear all the way through the body. From here, he's going to transition down to one forearm, then the other forearm, and make sure that he's nice and solid before he comes back to the hand and the other hand. And that's what we're looking for today. If we can help it, let's try to avoid any and all twisting of the torso. We don't want to see the hips pike up or the hips sag down. You just want your body in a nice straight line. Right? You can move as fast or as slow as you'd like. Cool, and relax. So that's what we're going to do to preface the workout today. We're going to do 2 tabatas, but we might as well talk about the rest of the skills right now. The EYE Moody portion, AMRAP in 3 minutes, of 3 different sets with 1 minute rest in between. Set number 1 is going to be 20 high knees and 20 mountain climbers. So high knee is really simple. Many of you have done this before outside of joining us. Hands are going to go parallel to the ground, and you're going to try to drive your knees into each hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every piece of contact counts as a rep. Thank you. If that's too difficult, put your hands back up. Can you just do a walking march? If you have to be a quiet neighbor, this might be a good option for you too. Maybe challenge yourself by pulling your hands a little higher if you want. But that's what we're looking for. Cool. Otherwise, if you got bad ankles, or jumping is not good for you, stepping is also cool. So 20 total reps, 20 total touches. Next up, the mountain climbers. Very similar in pattern. Gunner's going to hit the ground in a plank position again. This time he's going to get his knee to try to touch some part of his arm, rather, before he jumps his foot back and switches sides. So he can switch midway. Can you do a reset in the middle and then step? You can also do it that way. If you notice Gunner's keeping his foot off the ground, can you let your foot go to the ground and come up? Yep. If you need to, this is a way to scale down and make it a little easier. If you like it spicy, don't allow your foot to touch the ground. Cool? All right, very good. That's set number 1. Set number 2. So set number 1, you'll work for 3 minutes, then you'll get 1 minute to rest. Set number 2 is going to be butt kickers and bicycle crunches. So Gunner's going to start with his hands on his butt, and his goal is to keep his knees pointing down. He's going to drive the heel up towards his hands. I want you to be mindful of your posture. Try to stay upright as best you can and make sure that you're not tumbling forward. So again, 20 total touches. This is supposed to be more cardio right there. Next up, bicycle crunch. He's going to get down on his back. Hands behind his head so we get this break in the elbow. And then the goal is to get the elbow to make contact with the opposite knee. There you go. Good. And you can make it beautiful like Gunner, where he stays in that hollow and doesn't touch the ground at the bottom. Or you can let everything plop to the ground in between each rep. Go ahead and try 2 more. That's also cool, right? So you're going to do 20 butt kickers, 20 bicycle crunches. AMRAP in 3 minutes. You're going to rest for 1 minute. Then the final piece, you can pull out your FCF shaker or a water bottle or anything that you have that's okay to potentially bump into. This is a jump though, so if you're not able to jump, you need to be a quiet neighbor. We're going to show you an option in a moment. Otherwise, the pogo hop starts on one side of your object. You're going to hop over, hit the ground, immediately come back. That would be 1. So go ahead and give us another. Tap, tap. That's 2. That's 3. And so on and so forth. You approach it from either side, however you want to, right? It might be good to alternate the sides in which you're attacking it every round, or split it halfway after 10, get on the other side so you're balancing and working the strength, the outside strength of the ankle for these jumps and these movements. Exercise number 2 for the last interval. You got pogo hops, and then we have speed skaters. Can you show us just the full speed skater right now? Yep. Okay, real hop. Real hop. There. Cool. And then face the whiteboard. Do a couple more. Yep. Cool. And so Gunner gets this benefit here. He has like mats and seams within the mats to kind of like focus on. Maybe you have a yoga mat at home or something like that, but your goal is to be consistent and have some lateral hopping going on. If you're not used to this, it's fine. We're going to break it down right now. 3 prerequisite movements. Number 1, you're going to need curtsy lunge. So hands on the hips, face the camera actually. Gunner is going to take a backwards lunge, and he's going to stay facing the camera, but the leg is going to cross over as much as possible. He gets the knee to kiss the ground before he stands back up, returns to center, and switches sides. So you're really just trying to step behind your own leg each and every time. Try a couple out at home, follow along if needed. Face the whiteboard and give us just 2 more. Awesome. Great. Then, exercise number 2, prerequisite number 2, is the single leg, stiff leg deadlift. So Gunner has got 1 foot flat on the ground. He's going to take his opposite hand and reach down towards 1 toe as he lifts that foot up in the air before he switches sides. Nice balance and flexibility drill. Go ahead and try 2 more. Awesome. Last drill, we have the lateral hop. So if he faces the camera, his goal is just to simply hop from one side of the screen to the other. You can use your arms, you can use the free leg in the back. Awesome. And then we combine all 3. You're going to lunge a little bit and pitch over to touch the toe. You're going to hop over to switch and alternate sides. Awesome. If that's too difficult, you don't necessarily have to jump. You can just step over instead. So go ahead and try a couple more stepping over.
Just stepping over.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And if you can't pogo hop today, let's do some Cossack squats. So Gunner will face the camera and do a handful of Cossack squats. If you can't pogo hop, you'll owe us 20 of those. Sumo squat. 2 more. And rest. We're going straight into the high-low plank. Just focus on tightness. Here we go. Take a break. If you want some help in your stability, try having slightly wider feet. Two more. Last one. And time. Good job, everybody. Yay! You're not done. We still got some more. Mad-Eye Moody. Again, AMRAP. 3 minutes. 20 high knees, and then 20 mountain climbers. Rest 1 minute. AMRAP in 3 minutes. 20 butt kicks, 20 bicycle crunches. Rest 1 minute. AMRAP in 3 minutes. 20 pogo hops, 20 speed skaters. And that'll be it. 10 seconds. Starting off with the high knees. Trying to stay upright with the posture, using your hip flexors to get that knee up. It helps to have your arm at 90 degrees as well. Opposite arm, opposite knee. Mountain climber is basically the same thing, driving that knee forward, but trying to fight against gravity for that kind of control. Move as slow or as fast as you need to. Catch your breath, shake it out. Do it again. 20 and 20, 20 and 20, 20 and 20. Nice, Gunner. Good job keeping that chest tall. When we're in the plank position, let's do the opposite of that. Hide the chest by pushing the shoulders as hard as possible against the ground. And that way, you're giving more room to that area, and therefore more room for the knees to come up. Very nice. Good job, Derek. Back to 20 high knees. There you go. Good pace. And we're halfway through this first interval. Next up, mountain climbers. Put the foot down on this one. Making sure that we get the foot forward each and every time. One minute left. All right, next up, 20 butt kicks, 20 bicycle crunches. 30 seconds. Same idea, you don't have to push the pace.
Yeah.
So you want to have a hop on the first one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. 3-minute AMRAP of 20 butt kickers and 20 bicycle crunches. So same thing as the last round. We're trying to keep that chest high, making sure we don't pitch over. We want to stay in good posture. Gunner's going to slowly transition down to the ground. Just getting the elbow to touch the knee makes it count. There you go. Good. We really want to round those backs out as well. If you were on a track bike or something, you're pitched, you're rounded, you're aerodynamic. That happens because it's an extreme hollow. The abs are coming down, you're flexing so that the line of your rib cage and the line of your pelvis get a lot shorter. So after 20 of each, back to the top, back to the butt kickers. Every piece of contact counts as a rep. Back down to the ground for the bicycle crunch. 20 reps. Good. Getting those shoulders off the ground if you can. You can see how Gunner performs his. Try to be like Gunner. And just like that, we're about halfway. Good breathing. Breathe on the hard parts of the exercise here. Take breaks when you need to. Rest when you need to. Work when you can. Keep going. All right, back to the butt kickers. 20 more reps. High chest. There you go. If you can, one of the other goals is to think of opening those hips up, if possible. Not everyone can function that way quite yet, but that's what you should be striving for. Otherwise, back to the bicycle crunches. And approximately 40 seconds left. "30 seconds left. There you go. Breathe, make sure you're breathing. 20. 10. Here we go there. 3, 2, 1. All right, that's round number 2 of 3 done. One more left. You get 50 seconds or so to catch your breath. We're moving on to the pogo hop. So gather the object that you're going to hop over. It also could be a pillow, especially if you're at home. We don't need to make it high or difficult any sort of way. You just need something visually to jump over. So theoretically, we could be hopping over the seams in the ground here. But just to show you, we have some foundation stainless steel Radiant blender bottles that we have for sale. That's what Gunner's going to use today. 20 pogo hops, 20 speed skaters, repeated for 3 minutes, starting in 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, begin. Hopping over and back counts as 1. There's 2. There's 3. Do what you can. If this is a high volume for you, every hop counts. So there could be 1, 2, 3, 4, what have you. But challenge yourself accordingly. If you can take it, let's go for it. I'm trying to develop a lot of the plyometric muscles in the foot, the ankle, the Achilles, the calf, all that good stuff. You see Gunner switch sides, so he's working that impact from both sides, the bounce back. We're going for a total of 20. There you go. Very nice. One of the speed skaters. He's hopping left to right, right to left. If you can, make contact with the foot or the ground. If that's too difficult for you, touching the knee also helps. There we go, just 1 minute down. Less than 2 minutes to go. Good. because you're hopping, because you're jumping and being aggressive, make sure that you're breathing to recharge with some of that oxygen here. Also, maybe we should have said it earlier, but make sure your area is clear of debris and things and cats and dogs and small children. All right, 20 pogo hops, 20 speed skaters. Just over a minute left. Nice work, guys. Keep going. Ooh, you got it. Seconds left. Keep going, let's go. See the use of the arms. Great job. Back to the lateral hop. Long lateral hop. 20 reps. Less than 20 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job, everybody. Catch your breath, drink some water. Thanks for joining us today. Check us out on the blog, foundationcrossfit.com/blog. Also on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all these other places. You're probably watching us on YouTube, so it is kind of redundant. Anyways, like and subscribe, and thanks, guy.
Yep.
See you later.
Thank you.